This is Jon Jones, Cyril Gane fight.
Honestly, I think it's a tougher fight than Francis.
Really?
I do. I think that Cyril Gane, his movement, his footwork, he's so good with his front leg. And for Jon Jones, remember when he came back from OSP, he looked so stiff.
Yeah.
And that was a time off and putting a lot of muscle on. He just looked like a slower version of himself. So now this time, it's a longer time off, and you're coming back with way more weight on, and you're going against one of like the faster heavyweights and the more smoother heavyweights instead of Ngannou, where he lands that hard punch. I could do it, but I could just shoot under that hard punch. Cyril Gane, you have to watch the kicks, watch the footwork, cut him off.
Yeah. The thing is that Cyril Gane was out-grappled by Francis when Francis had a bad knee. Francis's knee was fucked up, and Francis out-grappled him and beat him handily with his grappling.
Yeah.
I talked to Eric Nixick, and he said Francis's grappling is on a totally different level than he used to be before, and he's so big and so strong. So for Jon, it's going to be, can Jon take him down? How does Jon perform at heavyweight? Can Jon close the distance? Is he as fast? What is the 3 years off like? Is he hungrier and even better because he's fired up and y'all must have forgot? He's got that mindset.
He usually does too, right? Remember, he was always that guy that would want to beat you at your own game. Oh, you're a wrestler, I'll wrestle you. You're a striker, I'll strike with you.
Yeah.
So if he comes out there thinking, Cyril Gane, you're a smooth striker, I'll smooth you. I don't know.
It's also a first fight at heavyweight. We really don't know how he's going to respond when he gets hit by a big heavyweight. We don't know anything.
Yeah.
And it's years, and it's also Jon is older now,
Just that time off, honestly.
A lot of partying.
Yeah.
Jon parties. I don't know what he's been doing. Maybe he's been living clean over the last few years. I don't know.
I saw him with Cejudo now, and maybe that Cejudo mindset will help him too. So
I like that. I like Cejudo's mindset, and I like that fight ready camp. I think what Henry brings to the table is very unique. His mindset is really incredible. Yeah, that's why I'm mad.
Yeah.
I'm mad because I feel like we were deprived of one of the great fights in MMA, one of the most compelling fights in MMA. Does it mean I'm not interested Is Jon in Phoenix now? Is he training down there?
He was, I know he was down there. He said he was down there for visiting.
Because he was with Jackson Winklejohn.
Yeah.
They had a falling out, so he left. And then
I think he was doing stuff out of his garage, but then now he was down with Cejudo, training down there with them now too. I'm not sure if he's doing his full camp there, but I know he was doing some stuff there.
One thing he's done right is put that weight on slowly.
Yeah.
That's the one thing he's done right, because he's got accustomed to being 255 pounds and walking around real big and heavy. And he looks real big and heavy. He looks like a heavyweight. He doesn't look like a light heavyweight that gained weight.
Yeah.
He looks like a fucking heavyweight.
And I'm wondering who he's sparring with. Because, there's this being in the gym and being who you are, Jon Jones. There's people want to see how he is, and a million people trying to get an inside scoop of, how does he look? How does he look? And we really haven't heard anything like that from any of the little birds on somebody's shoulder or something like that. So I'm wondering if he's actually sparring with anybody, training with anybody, or if he just has that much loyal teammates that are not going to say a word about it until he wants to.
I don't know. It's a good question, because if he's going to fight a guy like Cyril Gane, he really wants to get some movement, some really top flight kickboxers. So who does he have that he can work with like that? You really want... Cyril is so good at mixing up the kicks and the knees and the punches and the combinations, and he's so light, like the way he stands on the outside. Like, if you're gonna compete against a guy like that, you got to get some similar looks. And how many similar looks are there out there for a guy that's 245 pounds
that could move like that?
That moves like Cyril.
Yeah, there's not a lot.
Yeah, interesting fight. But here's the problem. Let's say Jon beats Cyril Gane, okay? Then Jon fights Stipe, and Jon beats Stipe. Cyril Gane and Jon Jones, I'm very interested in that fight. For all the things you listed. Yeah. Also, for Cyril Gane's performance against Tai Tuivasa. It's like, God damn, Cyril Gane. And Cyril Gane does a lot of shit that's very unusual. And that was a perfect fight to showcase what Cyril Gane's capable of, because his movement, the fluidity of his combinations, and the guy moves like a middleweight. Yeah. He's 240 plus pounds. He's the most agile and probably the most technical of all the heavyweight strikers. Cyril's very well-rounded when it comes to his striking.
He's so smooth.
Yeah.
And he's intelligent. He understands the distance. All right, now this is a knee distance. This is not kick distance. He sees it as like a chess match. He breaks it down in that type of way.
My immediate goal is to beat Cyril Gane and to beat Stipe Miocic, Jon Jones said. After that, I'll be in conversations with the UFC. With Francis leaving, he's one of the most interesting guys at heavyweight. if not the most interesting guy at heavyweight.
Yeah.
I'm very interested to see him fight a guy like John Jones. That's crazy to me. So if John gets a few fights at heavyweight, if he gets Cyril Gane, if he beats him, that's an if. And then if he beats Stipe Miocic, that's another if. And then he fights Sergey.
Oh my God.
That's the boy.
Yeah.
Sergey Pavlovich, that's the Russian Fedor. I mean, the Russian Francis, rather.